What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Vange, and welcome to my weighted Ferocious Cup. This was in the Tambayan Express hosted cup, which is the largest PvP community, the largest PvP tournaments basically in the Philippines, okay? And I honestly did kind of So the situation is, right, after I won my first Ferocious Cup tournament, video right there, okay, I wanted to change my team because I was analyzing some tournaments and I kind of started to think that, wow, Ferocious is such a limiting meta that you really absolutely have to like stick to the meta Pokemon, you know. That's what I was thinking at the time, right? And so I changed my team and then I stopped playing, right? I stopped playing Pokemon Go. I took a break for a while because I had some stuff happening in real life, so I didn't get much practice with this new team, and I feel like I really lost my feel for the Ferocious Cup, especially because for the past couple of weeks, you know, before when I was still practicing, I also felt really bored because the Ferocious Cup is a very limiting meta. It is a very limiting meta. You just got bop, 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 and then you have a spice pick, okay? Plus, I had a lot of important stuff happening in real life, and so I really wasn't able to focus that much for this tournament. I also haven't been uploading videos because of, you know, all of those real life stuff. So sorry guys, I really had to like focus on that first, priorities. But now I'm here for you to help you out. There is one last weekend for the Ferocious Cup, and I do know that some people haven't done their weighted cup, and so I am going to guide you. I am going to give you like all the strats laid out on the table, and I'm gonna teach you like what I did wrong, all the stuff that you can do to improve using this team. And then I'm going to have another video of my best friend's run in the same tournament, and it's going to be very interesting because he's running a team that is very similar to my team that won me that first Ferocious Cup. So it's going to be kind of like, what if I ran my original team for this tournament? Would I have done better, right? And I feel like these two videos are 100% going to get you ready for your tournament this weekend. But then after those two videos, I'm gonna drop Ferocious because it feels really stale. And so without further ado, let's talk about my team, which was Alolan Sandslash with the Powder Snow, Ice Punch, and Gyro Ball. Umbreon with Snarl, Laser Sword, and Foul Play. Alolan Ninetales with Charm, Psyshock, and Ice Beam. This is a 137 defense Alolan Ninetales, 137.5. B-Barrel with Water Gun, Surf, and Hyper Fang. Nidoqueen with Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Earth Power. And finally, this is the Pokemon that I kind of like changed. I changed my Shelgon for Skuntank with Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, and Crunch. With the way that I play in the Ferocious Cup now, I just look for a safe swap. Who is the safest swap on my team for my opponent's team? So my first opponent, Jess Kent, has a Linoon and a Nidoqueen. That means that on my team, that the safest swap in on my team for my opponent's team is one, not B-Barrel because of Linoon, right? So B-Barrel is one of your choices for your safe swaps. And also, number two, Alolan Ninetales, not safe because of Nidoqueen, right? Now, why am I using Nidoqueen here? Why am I using Nidoqueen as my safe swap? The thing is, not a lot of people bring Nidoqueen against my team because I have Alolan Sandslash, right? So it's kind of like, I'm testing it out, but I'm saving my safest swap for like a flow swap, alright? So let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Suicune. Now, Umbreon as a lead. Let's talk about that, right? Umbreon is one of the best leads in the Ferocious Cup. Why? Because the win rate is so high, right? And if you catch something that you can beat with Umbreon, you can usually put yourself at like a fantastic advantage, right? So here you're gonna get to see me go for straight foul plays, even if the Suicune like debuffs me. Like the best part of Umbreon is the bulk. It doesn't go away, right? With the attack debuff. So yeah. Plus a spam ability, okay? So I'm gonna get the Suicune down, and now I have like a pretty good advantage. I'm also gonna get a foul play off, which, you know, is extra damage, right? So the thing is, with Umbreon as a lead, the only thing you have to worry about is a Charmer, right? That's the only thing you have to worry about. That's always why I prepare a safe swap and then a hard counter in the back. So this is my hard counter, Alolan Sandslash. With the Gyro Ball, it's a very hard counter to Alolan Ninetales. I don't need to block. I can put myself at like a shield advantage and also, you know, almost take it out. He swaps to B-Barrel. Now I can kind of take this out with my Alolan Ninetales if I hit it like one time with a charge attack. That's why I threw, right? And since I have two shields, I can just fast attack this thing down, get to his Ninetales, maybe do a lot of damage or take it out, right? So let's see. Okay, so he made one mistake here, which is he threw. Now, because he threw that charge attack, he's giving up like one charm, right? He's giving up one turn, and I think he would have been able to take out my Alolan Ninetales and get to my Alolan Sandslash to maybe take it out with a charm. It definitely would have been closer if he did not throw that charge attack, right? So here I've got Skuntank as my safe switch because now I'm flow swapping because I am anticipating that he's starting to think that his Alolan Ninetales is a lot more important now because of my Umbreon, right? And also that his Nidoqueen might be more important, right? So instead of having my Alolan Ninetales out, I'm gonna have my Skuntank, which does a little bit better against Nidoqueen. A little bit better. I think it still loses, but I think with energy it wins, I think, right? But yes, this is definitely like a flow swap, and now you can see kind of like see how I play, right? So yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Umbreon versus Alolan Ninetales. Okay, now the thing is we did have some lag before this, and he was able to see my my lead, and he told me, oh, it's Alolan Ninetales versus my Umbreon. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm kind of prepared for it. So I have Skuntank, I swapped it in. Unfortunately, he swapped in his like dark tank, right? Which is Alolan Raticate. An interesting thing, right? He has the bite version. I'm like, I have no idea what this thing does. So, you know, I wasn't able to realign my Skuntank or my Alolan Sandslash to his Alolan Ninetales, but you know, something interesting happens, right? He swapped to his Alolan Ninetales. So he's trying to save that Alolan Raticate for something in the back, but that was a bad choice, right? That was a very bad choice because now I have my Alolan Sandslash aligned to his Alolan Ninetales, and my Umbreon is still relatively healthy. Plus I have shields, right? So I got this. Okay, so I'm blocking once just to make sure that I land the Gyro Ball for the kill. Now he has no more shields. It's great, right? So kind of lucky for him that lucky for me that he did swap out. And then in the back, as anticipated, he also had his Nidoqueen. So it's good that I didn't bring my Alolan Ninetales, because if I brought my Alolan Ninetales, that would really suck, okay? So yeah, I accidentally clicked on the last resort here, but yeah, it worked, man, it worked, okay? And then I got to the last resort, and yeah, that's a GG, okay? Good second battle. So far, no Linoon, right? Plus, I haven't showed him my B-Barrel once, and so I'm thinking that he's not really expecting it, so I'm swapping the flow once again. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Suicune once again. Now, the thing is with Suicune, it is so hard to kill Umbreon with Suicune, right? The Sims say that you can do it, but it is so difficult, guys. It's super difficult, right? So, yeah, he's gonna go for the straight Hydro Pump right here. I'm not gonna block. It's really difficult to pull it off because most of the time people aren't gonna block that first charge attack no matter what it is, right? No matter what it is. And actually for this second throw, I was actually move counting and I was like, that can't be a Hydro Pump, so I didn't block it. And then he swaps out once again, right? So this is a really bad move because you're swapping it, you're locking in your Alolan Ninetales on a team that has run Alolan Sandslash for 2 consecutive fights, right? So this is a really like bad move on his part, but yeah, this is kind of like good for me. So I actually decided to block here. I could like opt not to block, but I wanted to make sure to take that thing out so that I could push to the next Pokemon. But I think I probably could have survived that. Okay, but it was nice that I did block because he wastes his energy here. He goes for the Hydro Pump, and I don't think that he farmed up extra. But you know, honestly, at this point, I don't think it would have made a difference. It really would not have made a difference because he's in like a really losing situation here. I threw the foul play, so he has no more shields. I'm gonna swap in my B-Barrel. I have 1 shield, now I have energy. Yes, I'm gonna get the debuff. I thought I could take it out, but yeah, he gets off a Bubble Beam. And then he swaps into Linoon. Interesting. I don't know why he brought the Linoon. Maybe he sensed that I was gonna do B. I don't know. But basically, this is a winning match. He has no shields. I block. He threw the Thunder as well. So that's the more expensive move. So I'm like, GG's. Right? Throw the Surf for the kill. Yeah. GG. Now for my next opponent, Bailey Bryan, he doesn't have a hard water counter except for Umbreon. He also doesn't really have a hard counter to Skuntank, and so Skuntank and B-Barrel are both good choices for the safe swaps, and since he has Nidoqueen, Alolan Ninetales is not. Alright guys, so my first safe swap option is B-Barrel. Okay, so we can flow swap to Skuntank later if I feel like it or something like that, but definitely not Alolan Ninetales. Now here's the thing, right? I want to emphasize something to you guys. It is that for this playstyle, because I have such a hard counter in the back, right? Switch advantage is the most important thing that you have to maintain, right? Switch advantage for sure. Because if your Alolan Sandslash gets aligned to, let's say, a water type, that's a GG. Okay, that is a GG, okay? So in the back of your head, always try to maintain switch advantage, okay? So yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with a mirror match. So I'm going to QSA my butt off, alright? So the thing is, I do get a little bit impatient here, but don't do the same thing that I do, right? Just maintain the QSA. Just keep fast attacking away. Do not throw it until your opponent throws it. Did you see that? So there was like a splash animation on my Umbreon. That means he got a fast attack off on me. So he has like one fast attack in advantage now that he QSA'd me. So I really felt bad when I saw that, but then I get, you know, him back with another fast attack. So I'm like, okay, maintained it, alright? At least we're like 1-1, okay? So I'm still gonna 100% go for the QSA until I see that the Umbreon is red. If the Umbreon is red, throw it, okay? If it's yellow, you can take one. You can take a last resort for sure, okay? So yeah. I got it. Nice. I think IVs, I'm not sure, but it is what it is. So since I maintained the switch advantage, now his Skuntank is gonna need to deal with my Alolan Sandslash, right? And so this is not a good situation for him. He didn't get a lot of energy from my Umbreon, maybe like one fast attack, right? So I'm still way faster than him. I can throw much spammier charge attacks, and so he's gonna, like, the pressure is on him, right? Okay, so what he decides to do is he throws this. Okay, I'm gonna take this, right? Because I don't want to give him the shield advantage, just maintain, right? He's gonna swap into his B-Barrel, and then I throw. So he caught me on the swap, right? So good swap on him. I swap to my B-Barrel, right? And with this, what I do is I don't block here because I just got to the surf, right? I don't think that he had enough energy for Hyper Fang, and then I fake it, right? I fake that I go for the Hyper Fang. He blocks. This is great. Okay, he's gonna get to another charge attack. I block right here. Nice. So I pulled off the fakey. Nice. I'm gonna go for the Hyper Fang for the kill. I think maybe I could have taken him out with another surf, but I didn't want to risk it, right? So yeah. And then his Skuntank is very weak, and yeah, GG. Alright, so we're just flow swapping to Skuntank. Now, I've basically taught you how my team plays out, right? How my lineup, my line of three, like, plays out. Now, some of the line of threes that I want you to learn are gonna come from my opponents, okay? So yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Skuntank lead. This is actually a really good choice, right? Skuntank is usually used as a safe swap, right? And I never considered using it as a lead until Bailey here showed me what's up. So the thing is, he's not gonna block. He's not gonna block, and I need to block once to maintain my switch advantage. That's why I emphasize in the first match that I absolutely must have that switch advantage, right? Because I have a hard counter in the back. If the water gets on my hard counter, I'm screwed, right? So this is actually like really genius, okay? So I had to block once. My Umbreon comes out with a good amount, and then he's gonna pop out with his own Umbreon, and this for sure is a bad situation, right? So he's got Umbreon, he's got 2 shields, my Umbreon's dying, and I don't have a Ninetales in the back, right? So for your opponents where you feel like, oh, they're probably not gonna bring in the Ninetales, you know, this is a really good idea. Actually, even if they bring in the Ninetales, if you have like an appropriate counter in the back, you could still like pull it off, especially because you have this like shield advantage. So with his team comp, you don't need the switch advantage. You're basically like setting up your Umbreon to have like a wild time, man, like a wild time. Okay, so it's got two shields. I've got 2 Pokemon, but that lose to Umbreon, generally, right? Generally lose to Umbreon. And this is not a good situation because I feel like he has a water type in the back, and it's really pressuring me to use my Alolan Sandslash on his Umbreon. But since he had that shield advantage, you get it, right? You understand what's up, right? And so this is a really bad situation. So I don't have any more shields. My Skuntank is gonna get destroyed by this B-Barrel, and the B-Barrel is going to destroy my Alolan Sandslash, right? And his Umbreon is still like in the back, licking its paws, you know? Being like, oh yeah, I pulled off like a really insane play. Yeah, this is a really good team comp. Think about it, okay? Yes, I'm gonna get wrecked. Throw an Ice Punch. It sucks. It really sucks. GG. Alright, so for the next match, I'm swapping the flow. I need that Alolan Ninetales. That Umbreon is really giving me problems. And I guess I could use my Ninetales to kind of like soften up his Skuntank, soften up his B-Barrel, for my B-Barrel to kind of like finish off like the last Pokemon, you know, set up by farming down like that little bit of HP, because Alolan Ninetales does lose to Skuntank, does lose to B-Barrel, but it leaves them at really low HP, right? So I can like farm the rest out with my B-Barrel and finish like the last Pokemon with that. So yeah, let's see if it works out. Alright, so we start the match off with Umbreon versus Skuntank once again, and you're gonna get to see what happens if you don't block with your Umbreon, right? So I was kind of like curious. And also, you're not allowed to use PV Poke during a tournament, right? So I didn't know. You know what? I can probably survive 2 Sludge Bombs and maybe still get to the foul play for the kill. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going for straight last resort. So I'm gonna land 2. This is the second one. Boom. And it's like, it's just in foul play range, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me just not block. Let's see if I can I pull it off? No, it's a Legacy Umbreon, so yeah. And also, I don't think, it doesn't matter. IVs don't matter. If you don't block with your Umbreon, the Skuntank will kill you, right? With straight Sludge Bomb. I pop out with B-Barrel so that I can get just like that tiny amount of energy, right? And out comes his B-Barrel. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. What's in the back? It's probably Umbreon, right? It's probably Umbreon. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I got this. Even if he like doesn't block, I think he's like saving those 2 shields for his Umbreon, right? That's what I was thinking, right? And then out comes, oh no! So I was talking. Oh my god, this is so bad. I was talking with him after the match, right? And he was like, well, you know, in your videos, you always flow swap to Alolan Ninetales in the back, and so I learned to also flow swap. And I'm like, oh god, do I do that? RIP, man, I got predicted. And you know, nothing you can really do about it. GG. Alright, my next opponent, Furanzu, has Alolan Sandslash. Now, when you see Alolan Sandslash, already rule out Skuntank as a safe swap, right? Alolan Ninetales and Skuntank, they're both not safe. So what I should be using as my safe swap is B-Barrel. Now, at the time, I didn't think of it in that way, right? So Skuntank is my safe swap, but since making this mistake, I have learned, and now you have learned as well, that what I should be using is B-Barrel. It would definitely be different if I had B-Barrel instead of Skuntank, but you know, it is what it is, okay? We learn from mistakes. Now, the thing is, me and Franz here had multiple restarts. We had 2 restarts, one where I was completely 100% gonna lose. He was a good sport. He let me have a restart. In the second match, I feel like I had the advantage, right? I feel like I had the advantage, but it wasn't sure. It wasn't sure thing, right? And then for the third match, that's what we're gonna watch. Alright, so we start the match off with Umbreon versus Skuntank. Skuntank leads, man. Skuntank friggin' leads. So if you see that on your opponent's lineup, they don't have a Skuntank, my lineup, right, with the Umbreon is solid, right? Is solid. But this really throws me off, right? So yeah, honestly, not a lot of people really go for the Skuntank lead anyway, so you can still try to test it out like in match number 1. But yeah, and then I use my safe swap, right? I use my safe swap. I was thinking, you know what? I can maybe get energy on something and then maybe turn around this. I don't know. But then he comes out with Alolan Sandslash, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. And this is the reason why you shouldn't use Skuntank as your safe swap if your opponent has an Alolan Sandslash. I learned this the hard way, right? So learn from my mistakes, okay? Learn from my mistakes, take it, do better in your tournaments. Alright, so I'm gonna go for the crunch here. He took it, And then he has B-Barrel, and now his B-Barrel is loaded up. My Umbreon is hurt. He has Skuntank in the back with energy, and this is like not a good situation, right? Because Alolan Sandslash does outspeed Skuntank, but with energy, right? And I think like for sure this B-Barrel is gonna get to my Alolan Sandslash in some way, right? But he opts to swap out to his Skuntank, which has energy, right? Throws the Crunch because I'm at like Crunch level HP, and then he has enough energy for another Crunch, and this is bad because his B-Barrel is also loaded up in the back, right? You see the way that he played is so nice. Plus this team comp once again, right? Skuntank B-Barrel type situation, and I guess he had Alolan Sandslash in the middle. He could have had Umbreon and, you know, still pull off the win, right? So that's definitely like a really good team comp, like Skuntank in front. I guess he was kind of like anticipating that I was gonna go Alolan Ninetales, right? That's why he had no Umbreon, right? So he had all like counters, checks, and counters to Alolan Ninetales. He had Skuntank, and then the B-Barrel in the back, and then he had Alolan Sandslash in between. I think that's a solid team comp. Also, same with Bailey earlier. He had Umbreon instead of Alolan Sandslash, but he already knew that I wasn't gonna run the Alolan Ninetales because he likes to watch my videos. Thanks, man. But now I'm using B-Barrel as the safe swap. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Umbreon versus Suicune. This is a good lead, I think, right? In the Sims, again, Suicune can beat Umbreon, but it's so hard to pull off in real life, right? When you're actually like battling somebody, so difficult to pull off. Plus he throws early, so I'm like, okay, that's for sure a bubble beam, so I didn't block. And yeah, so I'm definitely gonna get to keep the switch advantage here, but let's see what he has in the back. Alright, so he's got Suicune, just gonna throw. He actually goes for a Hydro Pump right here. Okay, nice. He gets me with one. He needs to land another one to get the kill, but obviously I'm gonna block if ever he gets to that like move count, but he's not, and so yeah. Alright, so my Umbreon gets to a foul play. He pulls out B-Barrel. Okay, so this is not a bad match. Actually, like I can still pull off like a decent amount of damage even if I did get the debuff, right? So I got one foul play off. I decide not to block right here, and at this point in my head I'm like, should I even try to bait? Should I go for the Hyper Fang? You know what? I think I can just beat it for sure skis with just straight surf, right? So I'm like just playing it super vanilla straight surf because I know that with the HP advantage I can pull off a win. Now he throws right here. I'm sure this is another surf, so I take this opportunity to farm down some extra before throwing my surf because I anticipated that he was going to take it, but no, he blocks, right? So interesting. I get him down to like a couple of like super low HP, and I decide like not to just let it go because my Alolan Sandslash can come in farm. And yeah, now I have the advantage because I still have a shield. I have energy on his Alolan Sandslash. I'm actually not sure what moveset it has, so I'm for sure gonna block right here. Okay, it's a Gyro Ball, so now I know. And yeah, I get to the Gyro Ball for the kill. And his B-Barrel is just a fast attack to KO. So yeah, GG. Alright, so we're doing okay. 1 win, 1 loss. We're maintaining the B-Barrel safe switch, and yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Alolan Sandslash. That is an interesting choice. So he's gonna actually farm up and then swap to Suicune. Now right here, what I should have done was I should have swapped to my B-Barrel because my B-Barrel can 100% take out this Suicune. Yes, I'm gonna come out with like super low HP if he like hits me with a Hydro Pump, but as long as I like I use my shields properly, I don't know. But in the back of my head, I was just thinking, I mean, I still have the B-Barrel for the Alolan Sandslash later, but I just failed to think that he would have a B-Barrel in the back, right? I failed to consider the chance that he might actually have a B-Barrel in the back. So yeah, it would have been better if I used my Umbreon to fight his B-Barrel, which is gonna come out right now, fresh, right? Like 1v1, that's a really good matchup for Umbreon. And then Alolan Sandslash later on, we can kind of like deal with, but yes, this sucks. So what I did here was I swapped to my B-Barrel so that his B-Barrel couldn't get like energy, but then I did another mistake there, which is not block. I should have blocked, right? It's the same situation as earlier. Just play it straight surf, like straight vanilla surf, and now I have to block this surf and it sucks, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get to another surf and he's going to actually decide to block once again. So this is like really bad because this B-Barrel is for sure gonna get to my Alolan Sand Slash. I threw the Umbreon just to catch this charge attack because I knew that he had enough energy for a charge attack. He was probably like spam tapping it, and now this is just a bad idea. And then right here, I make a third mistake, which is not blocking that. Right? Because in the back of my head, he farmed up with his Alolan Sand Slash, so he probably has energy, so I don't know. Man, I made a lot of mistakes here. I lack of practice battles, right? For sure. So for your tournament, make sure that you do a lot of practice battles, and yeah, GG. Now my next opponent, Rusky, has Linoon and Alolan Sand Slash, so all three of my save swaps are not safe. It becomes a guessing game. It's a guess, but in my head I was like, you know what? My Skuntank did beat an Alolan Sand Slash earlier, right? So if they're late to the swap, which you know is highly likely because the new update sucks, you know, I could pull it off, all right? But you know, we'll see what happens. None of the stuff that we've talked about is actually going to apply to this battle because he does not have a last resort Umbreon, so this is gonna be kind of brutal for him. And weird thing, right? My last resort auto fire there, I was like, I actually felt bad because of the splash effect on my Umbreon. I was like, oh dang, he got you know, a hit on me. But then he throws foul play and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So you know, this is going to be pretty bad, like pretty bad for him because I think I can come out of this with like yellow HP, right? And then the next Pokemon that's gonna come in is actually not a good choice as well to fight against Umbreon. Like his team comp here is actually a little bit like my team comp. It's actually like my team comp, but his choices here kind of like put him at a massive disadvantage, right? So yeah, I'm gonna get the Umbreon off. He's gonna pull out B-Barrel. So I was like getting ready to swap. I thought that it was gonna be like a Alolan Ninetale. So what I was gonna do is swap in my Skuntank and then realign it to my Alolan Sand Slash later on, right? But yeah, this is, you know, a really good match for Umbreon. I could have blocked there, honestly, right? But, you know, it is what it is. I still have Skuntank. Skuntank can definitely like, handle B-Barrel, especially because I have the shield advantage, right? So, yeah, this is great. Gonna block right here. It's a Surf, right? I'm gonna get to a Crunch. He decides to... Let's see if he takes it, right? Or he blocks it. He blocks it. Now he has no shields. I have one shield. He comes up with Alolan Sand Slash. I'm like, you know what? Let me throw once, and then since I have a shield, right, I can then swap to my Alolan Sand Slash. Now, I wasn't sure what moveset he was running, so I had to block here. Okay, it's a Gyro Ball. Now I know. Nice. I'm gonna go Gyro Ball right here. I farmed up just a little bit extra, so I can maybe get like a last hit on that B-Barrel, right? So yeah. And I get off an Ice Punch. It's gonna put him in the red, and my Skuntank can basically just farm down. Like, look at that HP, super low. Even if the B-Barrel hits me with like a Surf, it's not going to kill. Okay, he did get some energy though. Alright. And yeah, just fast attack him down. GG. Okay, so earlier, if he opted to use his Alolan Sand Slash to finish off my Umbreon, that I think would have been a much better choice, because if he got some energy on his Alolan Sand Slash, I definitely like wouldn't put my Skuntank against it, and then I would have to use my Alolan Sand Slash to fight his Alolan Sand Slash, which, you know, I would beat, but then his B-Barrel would be set up with some energy, and I guess it would be like a closer fight, right? Closer fight. Now, we're still maintaining the team comp. I think that this is the right way to go. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Umbreon versus B-Barrel. This is a fantastic lead for you to catch with your Umbreon, right? If you're playing as me, always pray that your opponent leads with B-Barrel, alright? So, the thing is with B-Barrel, you can kind of like stay one shield ahead at all times, right? So, yeah, if he blocks once, no need to block. If he blocks twice, you can block once to win, right? So, yeah, and then he swaps to Linoon. And Linoon is also a really bad match against Umbreon. This, for me, like, this made no sense, right? He basically, like, gave me this second Pokemon. So I only have to, like, block once. I can still survive a Grass Knot, right? And yeah, I am going to outspam him to, like, his charge attack. He took so much damage already. I'm going to survive this with just a teeny bit of HP throw. And then the next Pokemon is also not gonna get a lot of energy from my dying Umbreon, which is just, this is great, right? So this B-Barrel super low now. Okay, I throw out the Skuntank. I'm not taking any chances. I am blocking for sure, so that my Alolan Sandslash can get free of this this problem right here. Is he gonna block? Let's see. He decides to block. I think that, you know, that was not really a good choice, but at this point, like, he's up against like 2 Pokemon with this 1 Pokemon, and you know, my Skuntank can definitely like still throw once. It's a Skuntank, but the thing is, I'm not gonna let it get enough energy for it to overwhelm my Alolan Sandslash. Yeah, so he is gonna get a crunch, but because I am a very, very spamming Pokemon, and you know, Ice Punch, super cheap move, it's basically a GG, right? Yeah, GG. If you think about like his team choices, you can see that he chose very, very poorly there. He chose 2 Pokemon that were weak to Umbreon, and he swapped one in, right? So B-Barrel, horrible matchup against Umbreon. Another one is Linoon, which he switched in, right, to fight my Umbreon. Okay, so that was like a bad choice. And then he had you know, 2 Pokemon as well that were weak to Alolan Sandslash. Skuntank loses to Alolan Sandslash, and also Linoon also loses to Alolan Sandslash, as long as I don't get hit with a dig, right? So at this point, I am very confident in this team comp. And if he ever decides to pull out his Alolan Ninetales, let's say, which would probably have saved him a lot of trouble in like the first couple of matches, right? So I'm thinking that he is gonna bring his Alolan Ninetales. Then I can quickly like just swap out to my Skuntank and then beat out whatever Pokemon he comes in with, and then, you know, realign it to my Alolan Sandslash, right? Classic realignment strat. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Alolan Ninetales as predicted. Okay, so I'm gonna swap to my Skuntank. We're prepared for this, just farming down. He swaps to his Alolan Sandslash, and yeah, this was actually like the right choice. But the thing is, I got so much energy already. Plus, he makes this fatal mistake of, so right here I'm gonna block. Right, I'm going to get to the crunch. He makes this fatal mistake of blocking twice. Alright, that's not a good, that's really bad. That is really, really bad, right? So he definitely would have survived that crunch. He would have gotten to the Ice Punch to beat my Skuntank, and I would have had to block again to maintain that switch advantage, because I have to get my Alolan Sandslash on his Alolan Ninetales, right? So, and then another weird thing, he swaps out to his Skuntank. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, I will take it. You don't want your Alolan Ninetales aligned to my Umbreon. That's great. I will take it. Okay, so I am gonna be able to take out this Skuntank. Definitely not gonna block because I had energy, right? Throws a Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna get to a last resort. I actually probably could have taken him out with a Foul Play for sure, right? And then he comes out with the Alolan Ninetales, and now I am set up to win. Yes, he does have his Alolan Sandslash in the bag with energy, but the thing is, I still have a shield, right? So I block, he does get me with a bait, right? But if he gets to a Gyro Ball, and I know that he does have Gyro Ball now, right? I actually will still survive it, right? But then I get to an Ice Punch before he gets to his Gyro Ball. I'm not sure if it was a CMP tire or something, or like, I don't know. And then now I have a healthy Alolan Sandslash on his Ninetales. Funny thing though, he still gets me to the red, but it's definitely not enough because this Gyro Ball is a one-shot. GG. Now my next opponent, Tallitz24, has Alolan Sandslash, so again, Skuntank, not safe switch anymore. But the thing is, since he has Vaporeon, I was actually thinking that I can use my Alolan Ninetales as my safe swap, and it's basically also there as the bodyguard for Alolan Sandslash against his Vaporeon, right? But I don't know. This team comp is kinda, it's scary to use sometimes, alright? But you know, we'll see how we do. This battle right here is actually crazy, insane, okay? But you'll see what's up, alright? So, it's an Umbreon mirror match. How you doing? You feeling good? Got snacks? Enjoying the video so far? Learning? You know, you got some strats for the weekend, for the, you know, for your tournament, okay? You enjoying the commentary? Oh, yeah. It's still going. It's still going, guys. Actually, right here, I was trying to like, I was tapping on the charge move so I could throw it already, right? But as you can see, like, he was in the yellow, I was in the green. So I almost said Vaporeon. My Umbreon has better IVs. Okay, I get a fast attack in. Do you see that? Right, I got a fast attack in while he was throwing, which is nice. I got to throw the last resort, and because I did get that one fast attack in, I get the foul play before he does, right? So yeah, fantastic. I will take it. All right, so I definitely need to maintain the switch advantage now because both my Pokemon in the back are hard counters, right? Both my Pokemon in the back are hard counters. So yeah, it's nice that I was able to align this the way that it is now, but then he swaps. I didn't see what it was. It's shiny Alolan Sandslash. Dang. I cannot swap in my Alolan Ninetales. This is a bad situation, right? So anyways, I block right here and he actually has Bulldoze. Interesting thing though. Alolan Sandslash with Bulldoze is actually not a good, it's not that great of a Alolan Ninetales counter. It's quite difficult to pull off because you actually have to get an Ice Punch Shield Bait, right? And then you have to land 2 Bulldozes. So it's very, very difficult, okay? But watch this. This match is just gonna go crazy, okay? So we both burned our shields. I decide to swap because now I know that he has a Bulldoze, right? He throws an Ice Punch, I catch it, nice. He swaps to, well, he has his Alolan Ninetales with energy. He's gonna throw, Psyshock, cool. And then I am not even gonna get to throw my Psyshock. Crazy, right? Okay, so I go for the Gyro Ball after throwing one fast attack. Just one fast attack, alright? And then, because I got that one fast attack in, I get to the Ice Punch. Can you believe how, like, and then it times up as well. So it's crazy, dude, crazy. So I only won that match because I QSA'd my butt off, right, at the start, right, to get that switch advantage. And then, I happened to get lucky to throw one fast attack before throwing the Gyro Ball. That was not on purpose. I was just tapping on the screen, man. I was just tapping, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Throw the Gyro Ball, and then it worked out, right? So for this matchup now, I was thinking that he was probably gonna keep his Umbreon as the lead, right? Because I only lost that like by a hair, right? So I was thinking, you know, he might like try to play it like that, like QSA harder or something like that. And so I wanted to catch the lead, right? But let's see what happens. Question: do Shinies do more damage? Let's find out, okay? So he knows this matchup. He's not gonna throw. I'm not gonna throw. If he throws, I'm not throwing. He's gonna lose, right? I need that switch advantage. Again, boom. IVs, alright? IVs, okay? Whoever said Shinies do more damage anyway. Anyways, but he's got like a pretty shiny team. Anyways, I throw the Psyshock. He knows not to block. Nice, okay. So I got my Umbreon out on his Alolan Sandslash. But I got kind of scared actually, right? I was thinking that in the back, it might be his Umbreon or it might be a water type. If it's a water type, I'm dead, right? Because my last Pokemon is Alolan Sandslash, right? So I was just hoping that it was not. That's it. I was just hoping, please let it not be a water type, alright? But we'll see. Okay, so he's almost dead there, alright? He gets to another charge attack and he throws. Okay, I made a point to like make sure to keep track of the energy, right? And then he comes out with Suicune. Ooh, this is bad. This is really bad. So I'm throwing like a foul play. And I wanted to swap here, right? You see me trying to swap? New update sucks, dude. But then, since he threw the energy, I was like, okay, you know what? Give it up. Alright, so I'm counting, right? 3. That was 3 Snarls. I'm like, no, not blocking. Bubble Beam, fantastic, alright? I'm going for the Ice Punch. Why not the Gyro Ball? Because I thought that he would have gotten to another Bubble Beam before I got to the Gyro Ball. I don't know, I wasn't sure, right? But yeah, so he's almost dead, right? He's got energy, he swaps out. I remember that he threw a charge attack before he swapped out, right? So yeah, he gets to throw right here. And I'm like, should I block or not? Obviously, I'm not gonna block because that's obviously like an Ice Punch because I remember that he threw a charge attack before he swapped out, right? And then here, just to make sure, because with this one, I wasn't sure, I blocked. Okay, so yes, it worked out just because I paid attention to the energy, right? Which is important. Now for the last battle, you're not gonna learn a single thing, right? You are not gonna learn a single thing. You can skip it if you like, but if you wanna see what happens, Now, I respect this guy, okay? Me and him, we've had some battles in previous tournaments. It's always been close. It's always been close. But yes, right here, I get like some amazing luck, okay? He made a horrible swap, okay? Horrible swap. He does get a Laser Sword in. And yeah, I mean, my HP is pretty low, so I'm like, you know what? Let me block just to make it a sure thing. Just to, you know, maintain that switch advantage. I don't really care, okay? So he's gonna come out with his Alolan Sandslash. So yeah, he obviously meant to swap to his Alolan Sandslash, but, you know, stuff and things happen, and yeah, but trust me, this guy, he's not a bad PvPer. I would say like he's one of like mid tier to like upper tier. I would say like above average to mid tier, all right? And like all the battles that I've had with him, always close in the tournament and stuff. So yeah, but I mean, the thing is, it happens to the best of us, right? Don't you go and say like, oh, I've never made a mistake in PvP, because that's obviously like not true, okay? Yeah, but this is, you know, it's a GG for sure, right? It's a GG, okay? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll come back the next tournament and you know, get better and stuff, and you know, mistakes like this just make you a better PvPer in general. And yeah, GG. Now my next opponent is Neil Pats. Take a look at his team, right? Take a look at his team. Oh my friggin' god. He's got Yogi the Bear, okay? He's got Ursaring. That makes my Alolan Sandslash not safe to use, because counter will straight up destroy my Alolan Sandslash. Now, it looks like Alolan Ninetales is a good safe swap, right? No hard counter to Alolan Ninetales. Now, Neil Pats, he's also a content creator, and you know me, I always support the content creators, especially, you know, my brethren, my Filipino content creators out there, alright? I see you grinding. I always look for opportunities to give you shoutouts, and so, you know, check out Neil Pat's channel right there, okay? Definitely watch his videos. He's got some good strats. Now, look at my team comp. This is like a watered down, this is like a cheapened version of my usual team comp. Let's see if it works out. Okay, so we're gonna start the match off with a Umbreon mirror match. Great video, right? Amazing gameplay. This is one of the reasons why I find Ferocious so stale, dude. The amount of Umbi is just... Doesn't it just make you shrivel up? Oh my god. Oh my god. Doesn't it, every time you see this, you're like... Skip to the next... What the... QSA. Okay, you... Right? I know, are you sick of it? I'm sick of it, dude. I am ready to jump over to Timeless, man. I'm done with this meta. I'm sick and tired of this Umbreon matchup, but I do get the win, right? Because of the QSA. Okay, let's see what else he has, alright? Now the thing is, my cheapened version without my Alolan Sandslash just isn't the same. It's not the same without Alolan Sandslash. It's not, right? I should have played like a different way. Okay, so out comes Skuntank. He's gonna get a buttload of energy. I'm gonna have to pop out with my Nidoqueen, and because he got a buttload of energy, I am not gonna be able to kill him, which is not great. This is really bad, right? And he swaps like smart, very smart. Okay, he swaps his B barrel. I throw because obviously like wanna like hit it just a little bit, because the thing is Ninetales versus B barrel is super close. I have to kind of like find some way to, I don't know, edge it out, right? So I just want to get super close to beating it, farm it down with my with my Nidoqueen, and then maybe hopefully out spam the Skuntank. But it's just not the same without Alolan Sandslash, right? This is not the team comp that I would, you know, suggest for Nidoqueen. The one that I suggest for Nidoqueen is the one from my winning Ferocious Cup tournament, right? That one definitely much better Nidoqueen use. Now his team comp right there, Umbreon, Skuntank, B-Barrel, that is another team comp that I want you to look into, okay? Very, very good. So the team comps that I want you to look at, the ones that I've been using, right? The Umbreon, A/, one in the back, and then the one with Skuntank, B-Barrel, right? And then I want you to look at his team comp that he just did, right? Umbreon, Skuntank, B-Barrel. Think about it, right? It's a really, really good choice. Okay, so yeah. I was thinking, should I just run my A-Slash? Do I want to run the risk of getting owned by Yogi the Bear? By Yogi the friggin' bear. I couldn't risk it. I didn't feel right using it. So I was like, maybe I'm just playing Nidoqueen the wrong way, right? Maybe I should have like not thrown the Earth Power, but the thing is he would have had 2 shields by the time that I get to his Skuntank. So basically like the same thing, right? So I'm just so confused. Hopefully, maybe get some form of advantage this way, but it's really hard because Alolan Ninetales doesn't really get the shield advantage on things, right? It's very slow to throw. Umbreon maybe if I can get it on the right Pokemon, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see how we do. Okay, so he goes from one fantastic team comp to another fantastic team comp on my cheapened down team comp that I never tested, right? So this team comp, like the one that I made, I don't know. I was scared of Yogi the Bear, and so yeah. Now he's got the Skuntank. Okay, so this is the other team comp that I wanted you to look at. So obviously he has to be barreled in the back, and then he has Umbreon in between. Like I think same as Franz or Bailey earlier, right? This is another like good one. The Skuntank lead is actually really strong. Okay, so yeah, this sucks for me, especially I guess if you're not like with the way that his team of 6 is set up, right? He's kind of like telling you, don't bring your Alolan Sandslash. Don't bring your Alolan Sandslash. I've got Yogi the Bear, right? I've got Yogi the Bear. Do not bring it. I do not want it because if I had it against this team comp, I would have a much better time. I think a much better time. So yeah, I do get the friggin' I know what this Pokemon is, Umbreon. And then he comes out with B-Barrel, which is really smart because now he can actually just farm down. He actually, I think he should have, well, I mean, he's gonna block this for sure, right? Yeah, he's gonna farm down. Now he's got a loaded up B-Barrel, right? And since I came out with the Alolan Ninetales, I knew that I could survive this, right? And then hopefully get to the Psyshock, but no, dude! No, dude! No! If I got that off, I think I could have won. I think I probably would have won, man. GG Neopets. Check out his channel. It's really good. Like, as you can see, he's a very skilled PvPer. He did fantastic in this tournament. I am doing horribly, okay? But yes, check out the channel, okay? GG. So, I lost 2 battles. I do not want to lose a 3rd one, right? That's just gonna hurt my ego and I'm just gonna quit Pokemon Go. Not really. That's drama. No. Not like that. But I was like, you know what? Yogi the Bear is not coming out. It's a myth, bro. It's a myth. He doesn't even have one. That's what I was thinking. He doesn't even have one. He just has it on the page. Like, who would spend the dust? Who would spend the dust on Yogi the Bear? Probably not Neopets. I don't know, right? But he probably has it there as a bluff. Do not bring your Alolan Sandslash. I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing my Alolan Sandslash. All right, I don't care. You don't have Yogi the Bear. Let's see how we do. That last, I could have made it rhyme. Man. But let's see how we do. All right, let's do this. Umbreon versus Umbreon again. Do you think that he has a Yogi the Bear? Real talk. If you know him, no answering in the comments, right? But right now, if you don't know who Neopets is, right? And if you haven't watched this channel, well, you know, check it out after this video, right? But yeah, do you think that he has an Ursaring? Okay? Do you think, like, comment down below right now. Yes, Vange, I think he has Ursaring. Ursaring is a viable choice for this cup. No, Vange, I don't think that he would spend the dust, the TMs, the resources to build up a Pokemon that is kind of lackluster, right? Like a little like off meta for sure, right? Is it done yet? No, it's not done yet. Okay, not done yet. Yeah. All right, go for the foul play. Cool. Wonderful, and now it is finished. Okay, what does he pull out? Okay, Skuntank. Nice. I have Alolan Sandslash. Interesting. And then if he has B-Barrel in the back, I've got Skuntank. So it's gonna work out. Let's see. Okay, throw in the Powder Snows. Throw in the Ice Punch. He's kind of like slowing down. You see, he kind of like stopped attacking there for a sec. And then what happens next is, well, he throws first. I'm gonna block. What happens next is, he swaps to... It actually friggin' happened. He actually has it, man. What the frick? Yogi the Bear. Look at that. Angry. Oh my god. I knew it was a play rough. I knew I could survive it. I think I should have blocked, but he didn't block, which is fantastic. Okay, cool. This is great. Alolan Sandslash can outspeed Skuntank, plus he didn't get that much energy, and I have a shield. It's great. It would have worked, bro. Flame. It would have worked out. It would have worked out if I just brought my frigging A-Slash, bro. GG. Alright, my next opponent, my final boss monster for this tournament is Darfreeze. And the thing is, at this point in time, I had 3 wins, 3 losses. I needed to win this match, man. I needed it, okay, to maintain rank. But the thing is, my opponent is a very, very scary guy, right? He's actually a very good PvPer. He went to Taiwan. He swept a Sinister Cup there, and he didn't even wait it. What a badass. What an absolute savage. Now take a look at his team. It looks pretty familiar. It looks a lot like my team from my winning cup. Dang, except that he has Skuntank, he doesn't have A-Slash, and it looks quite similar. Now my A-Slash is gonna go to town on this team, but for the safe swap options, obviously, since he has the Shell Gun, that rules out B-Barrel, and since he has the Nidoqueen, that rules out Alolan Ninetales, and so, Skuntank. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, we start off with the conversation starter, right? This cup is really stale, you know? I'm sick and tired of like same first, let's say like 4 or 5 Pokemon, right? And then you get like 1 slot for innovation, right? Just 1 slot, and now I'm giving you like the strats, right? I'm giving you like the lines of 3s, and when you play these lines of 3s over and over and over again, right? You're gonna get so bored, bro. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's an interesting cup, right? They chose like a weird way to define the meta, like animals with 4, but you know, ultimately, I don't think that they really saw this happening, right? So it's really not like the Sylph's fault. Like, I don't think that they study like that far ahead of time. It looks like a nice cup, right? Another thing that I don't like about this cup, super legacy dependent, right? I know that a lot of you guys are still like butt hurt about not having like legacy Umbreon, right? Yes, I get it, man. I get if I didn't have one, it would suck as well. I'm with you there, right? Well, the thing is, I do have one. Yeah, but I mean, at least this Christmas, this December Community Day, we're gonna all get like a legacy Umbreon, right? And let's all, please, all of us, like, let's all stock up on frigging legacy Umbreons so that, you know, future PvPers don't have to go through like the same stuff that we go through, right? Okay? But yes, interesting thing that he did, right? If you were like paying attention to the gameplay and not my rant, right, is that he swapped on my Ice Punch to his B-Barrel. Nice. But the thing is, even if he has 2 shields, and even if I only have 1 shield, the poison jabs hurt, man. They hurt a lot, and you're gonna see me like get him down to like really low HP, right? He's gonna throw a surf. I'm actually still gonna survive, boom, and still get like 1 poison jab. You see that damage, right? And then, because he basically was just energy, right? I can then throw an Ice Punch at this guy, kill him, GG. Alright, so let's maintain the team comp that works. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start off with a fantastic lead matchup. This is the matchup that, you know, we're all gonna pray for, right? Hopefully, we get this like 100% of the time. It's not gonna happen, right? Because B-Barrel is kind of like not that great as a lead nowadays, especially like after I give you like all these lines of 3s, right? You're gonna lead with Skuntank, you're gonna lead with Umbreon, and so, you know, B-Barrel, I see this like trending down as a lead, but you know, I mean, I'll take it, I'll friggin' take it, right? Okay, so yeah, nice. I'm gonna get the shield advantage plus get the switch advantage basically, right? So yeah, fast attack. I actually tried to QSA there if you were like paying attention, but definitely not necessary. Okay, so now I have a massive advantage. I got the shield advantage, the switch advantage, plus I have like a really good Pokemon to use against this Skuntank, Alolan Sandslash, and we're just gonna get, you know, spam Ice Punches. Interesting thing is, in the back, he actually has his Umbreon, right? So with this, since Alolan Sandslash is such a close match against Umbreon, or you could actually just swap out to your Skuntank, but I decided to try to throw like 2 Ice Punches since, you know, I mean, he throws really fast, right? But then he gets to a foul play and I'm like, oops, I should have swapped out, right? But then I was thinking, okay, he threw a foul play, let me try to get another Ice Punch. I got a little bit greedy, right? So I had to burn the shield, right? And I was like, you know what? Give me back that shield. Give me back that shield. I threw the Ice Punch and yeah, I got the shield. And then I swapped. But I think he should have just like, I would have just swapped if I was thinking the right way. But I wasn't. I was 7 matches deep in this, 7 battles deep, like a lot of battles deep in this tournament. My brain was just, you know, fried, okay? But yeah, this is just, it's a GG, guys. It's a GG. So yeah, I take match number 2 and I get this, I get like a positive score for my weighted tournament. GG. Match number 3, same team comp. Let's see how we do. Alright, so this one is a little bit weird, right? So you know what Bailey said, right, in our last match? He told me that, oh, you actually like have a tendency to flow swap to Alola Ninetales on your 3rd match. I think that maybe he was thinking that I was gonna flow swap to Alola Ninetales as well, instead of like maintaining like a working team comp, right? So yeah, he has Nidoqueen. You're gonna see in the back that he has another Alola Ninetales counter, and so yeah, this is gonna be another GG. Okay, so yeah, this is a bad matchup for Nidoqueen. Just hope that you don't get the defense debuff, right? That's gonna suck. Okay, so yeah, all right, and then he pulls out Alola Ninetales. All right, I got, you know, foul play off, extra damage, guys, extra damage, and I also have a hard counter for that Alolan Sandslash. Now I'm not sure if he wasn't anticipating the gyro ball, right? But he doesn't block here, right? And actually, like, did you see, like, he stopped attacking for a sec? So I was thinking that he was trying to swap, and then he was like, okay, that's probably not a gyro ball, and I don't know, right? Yes, B-Barrel, I threw 1 Ice Punch at it, and yeah, this is a GG, right? Okay, gonna get a crunch off, he's gonna throw, surf, nice. If he gets to another surf, it's fine, I can survive it, cool. He had a lot of energy, yeah. Surf, nice, and then I'm gonna get to my crunch, and yeah, that's it. Good match, man, good match. GG. Whoo! And so I get a positive score of 4 wins, 3 losses. Man, that was difficult, guys. Difficult, right? Like the competition was stiff. Plus, you know, there were like a lot of mind games happening, like some fantastic team comps, like with Neopets, the Ursaring, the Yogi, the Bear. Swear it got to my head, man, right? And also Bailey got me with that flow swap at the end. I had like you know, Alola Ninetales, and then he flow swapped to Nidoqueen. I got completely predicted, and so I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy that I got to like you kind of like my ranking, right? Same. What is that sound effect? It's kind of like I just maintained my ranking because I'm not like in the top of the list, right? But yeah, just getting this score means that I get to survive until next month without like negatively affecting my rank by that much. Like I basically just maintained. Okay, so yeah, this plus me winning that other tournament kind of just like maintain, okay, which is nice. Now big shout out to my teammate Ranger Mimikyu, who swept the friggin' competition, dude. Oh my god, he's also a Sunsteel striker. If you don't know what that's all about, forget I even mentioned it. But yes, big shout out to Ranger Mimikyu. What an animal, what a beast, what a savage. Like I can't just crazy, bro. As per usual, big shout out to the Tambayan Express community admins and also sponsors. Thank you for this tournament. Thank you for all the tournaments that you've been like setting up every month with like crazy insane prizes. Like this month, let me tell you, right, they were hosting like raffles of legacy Pokemon, guys, not like community day legacies, right? Those are nice too, but I mean, I'm talking like double legacy Dragonite. I don't know like the rest, but I was like, oh my god, I was really hoping to just like maybe win a raffle. Maybe win a raffle because I lost so many matches early on. I was like, let me get a legacy Pokemon, but you know, it never happened. But yeah, crazy raffle prizes, plus you know, the usual Starbucks gift cards. There were like some plushies, but I really wanted like a legacy Pokemon, bro. But you know, I'm just unlucky when it comes to these things, man. Raffles, man, okay? But yeah, plus you know, other than the raffles, they also have like 10,000 coins for first place. Second, what did I say? I actually don't know how much second place is. Third, I don't know, but there's like a nice prize structure. It's just insane, right? It's always like a good time in the Tambayan Express tournament, and yes, we thank you. We, the PvP community, thank you guys for like all of that. And also, one of the sponsors for the Tambayan Express tournament, the very nice people from the Dual Catchmon, who have partnered with me to partially sponsor the Tambayan Express with 1 unit of Dual Catchmon every single month for like a whole year. Super nice people, no strings attached, and they just like want to shout out in my videos. And so yeah, what is this? What is this pizza looking thing? It looks like a Simon Says mini game or something, right? So what this is it's like a Go Plus, right? But it's automatic, right? You connect it to your phone and then it just goes. It spin stops, it catches Pokemon. It helps a lot with the grind, guys. Ever since I got this, it's just made it a lot lighter, right? That grind, guys, that grind. So yes, if you're interested in maybe checking out this product, right, just check it out, okay? I've got links in the pinned comment, and actually some of those links are affiliate links, so they support the channel. So maybe, right? Maybe it definitely helps out a lot. Full disclosure though, they did not pay me anything to like shout them out in my channel, to shout them out in my videos. They just wanted to like sponsor the Tambayan Express tournament because they like to support what we do, right? PvP, okay? So yeah, not really like a paid sponsor type thing. Plus, I wouldn't recommend this if I didn't think that it was good. And it's good, man, it's good. Plus, actually, like, one of the things that I failed to mention just now is that you can connect 2 phones to it. So if you have like a girlfriend, you're out like playing Pokemon Go together, you actually like have one device for your 2 phones. One device for your 2 devices. You get what I'm saying? Or like if you're playing out with, you know, with a friend, or I don't know, your dog's account. I actually don't know. But yes, check out the Dual Catchmon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to leave a like, comment down below. Bye-bye, Ferocious. I'm hopping to Timeless. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. But I have like one more Ferocious Cup video for you coming soon. But yes, bye-bye, Ferocious. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Ding that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one, which is gonna be another Ferocious Cup video with probably Umbreon versus Umbreon. I hate it, guys. Bye, guys!